That's all she does for a living. And I said, wow, you should come to the college and give us a seminar. And she said she would. So we just have to choose a date. But she'll come in like 2-3 hours. She'll teach you how to get more out of your phone. Because I have a feeling it does 58 things that I don't know how to do. And I don't mind. I don't mind to pay. It's cheap. She wants $100 or something. I don't mind to pay for it. And
cool. Well, yeah,
I'll work it out. Okay. Okay. Because I can hardly take a photo. I don't know anything.
Wow.
Really?
Your Pro HDR app should take pretty nice. Here's a
That was the old days.
Yeah, I know.
What, you got a new baby photo that I don't know?
Yeah, the new one, the Shimano.
Oh, let me see.
The others. So you always like that one, and then the corresponding number for whatever night it is.
I have a lot, too. That's with the loop function. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, even if it looked like a still?
Well, so what it is like whatever the iPhone is sent to the shutter speed, and it leaves it, it takes
Oh, I see. Okay.
What time were we supposed to start?
Probably 2 minutes ago.
Is it time? Sure. Let's go.
Sashi
Puki Joshing Metom Chom Rira Bingshin Yende Kempadi Sangye Shingdu Mingte Uwargi Jokun Namdak Shing
Sangye
Chedan Soki Chonam La Chamchu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chenyen Gipe Sanam Ki Gola Penchir Sangye Drupar Sho
Sangye
Chedan Soki Chonam La Chamchu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Chenyen Gibe Sanam Ki Dola Penchir Sangye Drupar Sho
Sangye
Chedan Sogi Chonam La Chanchu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Chenyen Gibe Sanam Ki Dola Penchir Sangye Drupar Sho Shogity Schmogity.
Take the phone, boss.
Oh yeah, no homeworks, right? Lounge. We are lounge lizards. Okay, here we go. Progress analysis of Professor Kramer's book. We're doing pretty well on speed. We've done 42 out of 61 folio faces. So we're actually averaging a little bit faster than usual. And it will take 4 more terms to finish the classes. Last class is in about January 2021. We've added 63 pages of appendices. You are the appendicitis guy. And so your book it's 303 pages by the more accurate method, which is by word. And add the 60 pages, it's going to be a pretty substantial book. It's going to be about 360, 375 pages. So it'll be cool.
Cool.
Okay. I think we better start with the previous paragraph, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Tseni Sungkin Nangne, please read. Who's going to... Sugang, you want to criticize him? It's fun.
Tsuni Sungi Nane Shenwang Dang De Che Dun Chi Atang Dong Yi Mimbe De Ma Je Nam Gundak Dang Dong Yi Dang Yong Duk Dun Chi Di Tsam Shik Uma Ba Yang De Kyang Den Druten De Min De
Yeah, so I'm just going to read it quickly because we already did it. Teni Sumkin Nangne, of the 3 classic characteristics of the mind-only school, which has not been the emphasis of Tsongkhapa's text, although he emphasizes it in Chang'e Lekshe Nyingbo. Shenwang, when we say dominated objects, it means produced things, same thing, equal sets, okay? Tongni Minbe Dumache Nam, those unproduced existing things, which are not emptiness, are called kuntak, which kind of means imaginary. And then Tongni Dong Yong Drup Dun Chik. Then the Yong Drup means kind of the eternal answer to the equation, which means Shenwangs minus kuntaks. You come up with emptiness, which is called Yong Drup. Those are the same thing. Dun Shik, Ditsam Shik, Umapa Yang, Dekyang. You know, if you go no deeper, we can say the Madhyamika agrees to this kind of description, but there's a huge difference about whether they accept Dendrup or not. Do things exist in truth or not? That's a big difference. But the three characteristics and the formula you make with them would be accepted by the middle way school. And there's a beautiful exercise you can do where you interpret the third turning of the wheel according to middle way, right? As a clarification of middle way. Okay, which is the way Nagarjuna would do it, all right? He doesn't accept that the third turning of the wheel was the mind-only school introduction. He says, no, this formula works for middle way also. There's just a difference between what you say is true or not, which exists truly or not. But the description and the formula is acceptable to Nagarjuna if you interpret it a certain way, okay? All right. And by the way, it's fun to do the three characteristics in the kitchen. If you're really sophisticated, you can do that. So, okay, here we go. D, please.
D, kundak dembar ma tup ching, shenwang dang yong drup, ni sosone dembar drupar ndela, umabe den drup ki yevar mindeve chir.
Yeah, and by the way, your text is kind of what do you call it? Dissolving? Digressing into devolving into a very straightforward text.
Yeah.
It's not any fun anymore. It's all understandable. Nothing confusing. No more souls that are bigger for fatter people. Okay. Then
say, yeah, kuntaks don't exist. Imaginary things don't exist in truth.
In truth, yeah, but D, what's the DIS?
Those guys, the mind only.
Yeah, good, by the mind only. They say kuntaks don't exist in truth.
Yeah.
Imaginary things.
Dominated things and totality or emptiness.
Yeah.
Those things they would say do exist in truth.
Yeah, each one of them. Yeah, each one taken by itself. Ni so so ne. Okay.
Middle way school.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist that anything exists. It
Yeah.
doesn't accept that anything exists.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so the mind-only school would say that two of the three characteristics exist truly,
Yeah.
but the middle way school would say none of the three characteristics exist truly. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So in a mind-only school, it's the kuntaks that are unreal. It's the imaginary things which are unreal, and that's kind of what we think. You know, an imaginary donut, you can't eat it. Okay, that's all. For us, it's not that real.
But it's a different set of criteria.
Yeah, it is. Okay, please read.
Te yang yun yi nam shak shen wang la tebe de dem bar bad tang yong su trup yong drup hak pe nyam shaki nor dembe den drupar den bar drupao.
Yeah, so why would the mind-only school say that cause things exist truly, and why would they say that emptiness exists truly? They have a different criterion for each one. Here's the two criteria.
Causes and their results.
Yeah, the whole system
The way they present
of causes and results is tepa
it's correct.
for Shenwangs.
Yeah.
For
Since those things are Shenwangs, are unrelated things, then they have to exist in truth.
no, because the whole system of cause and effect relates properly to what they call Shenwangs, they believe that Shenwangs Denpa Drup.
Okay.
They fit the normal laws of cause and effect, so they exist in truth. They're real because they follow the rules of cause and effect. Therefore, that characteristic, the stuff that belongs in that category is real. And different criterion for Yongdrup.
And since Yongdrup is like what an Arya, or the essence of what an Arya
Go backwards from Denpa. Yongdrups
are the truth
are true to the
Essence.
No, not here.
meditation of an
to the perceptions of yeah, ngola.
Oh, no.
Yeah, okay. It should be ngola, okay?
La, not no wo.
Yeah, I mean it's confusing. It means ngola.
Because no
Okay.
essence, right?
So
Yeah, and it doesn't fit here. It's not the point. Ngola, to his perceptions, when he's in the direct perception of emptiness,
what he's looking at is
it's real. Therefore, it's then. Okay? If something is presenting itself to an Arya in the direct perception of emptiness, it has to be truth. That's all.
Oh, those are right. Oh, okay. While in the direct.
Yeah, this Nyamshak is not Nyamshak in general. It means specifically the direct perception of emptiness. So if something appears to the mind of a person in the direct perception of emptiness, well, that makes it qualify as true. Denpa Drup. That's why they want to say two of the three characteristics are true. Why the first one? It fits the rules of cause and effect. Why the second one? It appears to the perceptions of an Arya in the direct perception of emptiness. If that's not truth, I don't know what is. Okay, got it? And then the middle way school says none of them are true. Whoa, okay. Keep going.
Seni sum sok shi lamdre bui nam shak nam ni do de gong drel tang do de kien sok tang shen yang tok me ku che yi shum duma ne chungwa dar ro.
Good.
So for the presentation of the three qualities, or the three the three definitions of three qualities, and cause and result. Oh, Landre, I'm sorry, the original condition.
Good.
Path
Yeah.
and result.
Good, because that's been the structure of our author's text so far. When he explains a school, he explains what do they think is the original condition of reality, what do they think is the path, or your state, your original state of suffering, then what's the path, and then what's the result of that path. So he says if you want to summarize it for the mind-only school, it's pretty much those three characteristics, okay?
So for that, you can find their presentation in
Yeah.
the Sutra on My True Intent,
Yeah.
the ornament of the sutras,
Sutra Alankara.
and moreover, you find it in the bunch of stuff by
Master Sangha.
Sangha and his brother.
Yeah. It's kind of unfair, right?
There's a lot of-
They refer to the two of them as a Sangha and his brother.
He did say Tuma.
I guess Vasubandhu would be irritated. Yeah, Duma means from many major books.
Okay.
From many major books. By the way, I mean, a Madhyamika person would say all of those can be interpreted as a middle way. They wouldn't accept that any of them are presenting the mind-only school. Okay, except we're going to get to it in your text. Okay, yeah. Who's your text by? Oh, no, I take it back. Somebody else's text. I think it's your text. It's coming up. Okay, here we go.
What's the soak and sentence from soak? Just other minority concept?
Other great Kangyur and Tengyur texts.
Not that soak, the sentence.
So
Oh, other ideas like Kunshi and Nyunyi and okay, yeah, other mind-only ideas. Okay, good question. So he's trying to say there are scriptural support for these ideas. Okay, you can find it in those scriptures. That's a mind-only school. Okay, go.
Nipa yu chen la, dipa la nam she nam pa ye, de min de ni, ye par she la, de pa nam di, mig nam she so tu tang, de te tu kun shi dang yun ni, shape gen de do.
Easy. I mean, you know, I used to get nervous when I hit my mind-only pieces in middle way books, but now I'm like, oh, I know about that. So you can translate that. By the way, I would like to do one thing first.
Yeah.
What was the first one? Was it Yule?
Yeah, it was.
It was?
Those were the two divisions within the original condition. Was like
Here it is.
Yulchins.
Yeah, exactly. So you can say the three characteristics relates to outer reality or the objects of perception. As opposed to the
Right.
Subjects.
So if you take mind only to be a presentation about the three characteristics, you are emphasizing the outside reality. And if you take it to be the school that teaches 8 kinds of consciousness, they're emphasizing the Yulchen. That's pretty sexy. Okay, here we go. Now we go to subject states of mind rather than objects.
There are guys who do, and there are some guys who believe in 8 consciousnesses and some who don't within the mind-only school.
Yeah, but I have a question for you.
Yeah. Or they say that? They say there are.
It's the little words that throw us off. What's the difference between D and Deepa?
D is this.
If you say Di-la, Namshe Ge De, or if you say Deepa-la, Namshe Ge De, what's the difference?
Deepa, those people, those folks.
Di-la would mean in this school. Yeah. And Deepa-la means these guises.
Those peoples.
Yeah, so you got to make it personal. You got to say, you know, people in those schools,
Okay.
there's 2 kinds.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Or apparently they say there are 2 kinds anyway, right? Ish.
Well, we talked about it in your text or whose text? Yeah.
Well,
Say something.
That Sema De Dunki
but I mean, when he
Jensen.
says Shay, is he saying like reportedly?
No,
Okay.
it's not. They explain it as.
They explain it as there being guys who do and
Yeah.
don't believe.
Oh, no. Well, you could say here the Shay means people say. You could say that.
Maybe.
Or it is taught.
Okay.
And that might be a derogatory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I was
people-
told yesterday.
Yeah, people explain that there's 2 kinds of mind-only guys. Some who accept 8 kinds of consciousness and some who don't. You see explanations like that. That can mean he doesn't agree.
For the guys who do believe in it,
Good.
You got your 6
Standard.
yeah, including the I.
Yeah,
And then on top of that,
good.
you've got
In addition to.
found a refrigerator and afflicted consciousness to make a presentation of 8.
Yeah, this shock means they present those and therefore they believe in 8. Okay, good. Here we go.
Yeah.
So wait, that thing just means like on top of the.
On top of the 6, in addition to. It means in addition to, yeah.
Kunchi ni ngo lung ten dung kyur pe yi gi nam she shik tun de la kiewa lemba po yimbe lendre ki ten du kyur pe dak yimbarn de ching.
This is an interesting comment on your text, you know. You can enrich your understanding of your text from this guy. Okay, Kunchi ni. What is Kunchi?
Well, it is, its essence is karmically neutral.
Good. It's karmically neutral. It is neither a good deed nor a bad deed.
Yeah, it's It's a mental awareness.
Yeah, as opposed to sense
Yeah,
perception.
the sense powers.
Yeah. They say.
They say.
Yeah. And it is also the Kewalam Papo.
It's the thing which takes birth.
Yeah, it is the one who takes birth. Did we make a big deal about that before? I don't know.
It's our first argument.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Who else can you?
So the kunshi is what survives your death.
Yeah, who then?
Yeah, it's the soul in the Christian tradition. This is what's going to take birth. Therefore, it has to be
The thing on which causes and results rely.
Yeah, it has to be the foundation, she, for karma and consequences, and it's dak.
It's the self.
It's the real you. It's the core of you. It's the soul.
Burn.
Okay, yimbada. It's the soul, which holds the bad deeds and good deeds. Okay.
Who says this?
We
They're
just.
Buddhists?
We're saying.
Well,
Yeah.
we're
Believe
saying.
in dogma? None of them do.
But we can.
Well,
say
it's a
that
dak
they
in
do.
that sense.
We can diss them that way.
If you could say nga, you could say it's the nga.
Yeah.
So dak here is a little. The word is a charged word. You could have said it's the nga, and then it would have been more comfortable for you. It just means nga. It's me. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. So what's the core of me is my kunshi, because it survives my death, and it carries the good and bad seeds to my next life.
There's a bunch of those arguments.
Yeah.
The Lu and the Chipo and
Yeah.
a couple of things.
He's covered the eighth one. Now he's going to cover the
Seven.
seventh one. Okay, go.
Why?
I don't know why it goes backwards. Don't ask me. And it's always presented as 8 first and then 7.
Well, then what makes 1 and 8 and the other 7? Who numbered?
Nyunyi is often called Namshe numbered 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nyunyi ni kunshi la mingne ngarzim pe samjit no maten shik du de do.
Yeah.
So the afflictive consciousness is the it looks at
Focuses on the kunshi and misunderstands it. It takes it to be
no.
yeah, takes it to be me.
Yeah.
And it's a sem.
It is a state of mind.
It's a jipa.
It's an obstacle which is karmically neutral.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. It's there's two kinds of neutral objects in karmically speaking. Some hold you back from enlightenment and some don't. This is the kind that does hold you back, but it's not a bad deed. Okay.
I'm so sorry, but, okay, so this time we use na.
Yeah, maybe that's why he used dak above.
But, so what's wrong with it? What's wrong with me if it's seeing it as me, because we just said Kunchi's me?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a kumquat on my head. There just don't happen to be one.
No, we just said.
Well, I think you'd have to qualify the nga.
Well, the na is
The-
Jita is.
Well, no, you could say the nyunyi looks at the kunshi and takes the pink color of Geshe-la's face to be outside.
Right. It mishappened.
And a me who is outside. You see, you'd have to add some qualifier to really disqualify it. You're correct. It is pretty much me. It's the outside world and the inside world that you're watching. Yeah. And the classic mistake, according to the mind-only school, ignorance, is to consider all the outside objects like blue and square to be inner, to be outside, sorry. And that's ignorance in their school, okay? All right, go, Lola.
Lola, tsema dang tsemin yi lo ni de ching. Tsema la yang ngunsun tsema dang jepak tsema ni. Ngunsun tsema la wang boy ngunsun yi ki ngunsun rang rik ngunsun nyang jor ngunsun dang shir do.
Now, in his discussion of the different schools, Choni Lama has felt that it was important to describe what kinds of logical arguments they accept. and then what kinds of divisions of direct and indirect perception they accept. That's part of how he defines a school. And it's not what we would think, but maybe it'd be worth a graduate student looking into it. Why does he make such a big deal about what kinds of logic do they accept and what kinds of perceptions do they accept? Because apparently they're different from each school.
Yeah.
Here, the Rangrik is the big thing. So let's go through it. Lola.
Lola, in the mind? Or
No,
what?
as far as the divisions of the mind.
In terms of the mind, you've got states of mind which are correct and those which aren't.
Good, exactly. And for the correct ones,
you can divide those up into direct ones and indirect ones.
you can say indirect ones.
Yeah.
Well, JPOC has to cover logic and convention. Yeah.
Maybe even long.
Yeah, exactly. It does. By the way, I think it's very important that there should be a she here. Okay?
Oh, okay.
That's a correction, that little she.
Okay.
The sentence doesn't work without a she there.
Okay.
It gets messy without a she there, so. Yeah, there must be one there. Check a carving. That's your job.
It is.
Okay. Now, as two kinds of sema. The first one is direct. The direct has different divisions.
Yeah. You've got the direct via the sense powers,
Good.
which doesn't seem to include the sixth, because you have direct via the mind. It's a mental awareness.
Exactly. So 5 and 1.
The mind's own perception of itself.
Yeah, which is unique to the mind-only school, that the mind can see itself.
Maybe Sautrantika.
Yeah, but I mean it's not shared by the middle way. Okay. And then,
Yogic direct perception, which we can't call that because that's Sanskrit, but
yeah, I don't know what to call that, but it means the direct perception of emptiness.
depends.
Do you think yogics can be in our texts?
I think it'd be confusing to people.
Yogic direct perception. Yogic
While
direct.
you're down.
It sounds kind of mystical, and it kind of is,
It's kind
though.
of cool. Yeah, it is mystical.
I don't know. You guys play with it.
Yeah.
I don't have an easy solution to it, but
It sounds a little sexy, and it's kind of sexy.
it means like super perception or.
Yeah.
So the definition of Neljor in
You
Tibetan
could say meditative.
is highly accurate.
Yeah.
Neltun Jorwa means highly
You
accurate.
could say direct meditative perception or something. Direct perception in deep meditation.
Say again?
Never like essence.
Yeah, Nelmor. That means to hits the spot. Totally accurate. Super accurate. You could call it super accurate direct perception. I don't know. But it's got to imply meditation also, and it has to sound sexy. It has to sound mysterious. Here I support a vague word which sounds sexy, because that's exactly what it is in Tibetan. Yeah, it should sound esoteric. Yeah, and it doesn't mean everybody. You can't be a Neljor Pa without Neljor Ngunsum. There's lots of Neljor Pas who don't have Neljor Ngunsum. Okay. Anyway, you guys play with it. I don't mind. This is some place where you can, make up some sexy word, and it'll be correct.
Transcendent.
Very rare. Transcendence, good.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's vaguely mystical.
Okay, go.
I mean nothing. Ditsam Shigni. Do de ba samsam ba uma ba sum dema. Ongyang. Kebar yede. Do de pe ngusum gitsama la ma tuwe kyabar de. Samsam pe zurtong yi. Gye ki wangun. Dang yingun nam tu she su de pe jir. Data na angun sun la tog drill yi kyaba kelen ba yino.
Okay, Ditsam Shigni, if you restrict the discussion to this part
Just
about the different kinds of sema,
the sutrists, the mindonlists, and the middle wayers,
All three agree.
they're all good to go. They're all good with that. They all basically.
yeah, I'm a little bit not comfortable with that because the Rangrik is not comfortable to him.
That's one of the main things about him.
But anyway, let's flow with it.
But the way that they accept those things differs.
But there is some difference,
Yeah.
and it's the following.
For the sutrists.
Yeah.
Direct perception.
Correct perception. Direct correct perception.
Correct perception.
Nowadays, I like to say accurate perception sometimes. Anyway,
is not faulty. It's not.
can never be mistaken.
Okay.
Is kappa?
Yeah.
Oh, can never be.
Is in
necessarily.
Invariably.
Invariably, yeah.
Is invariably unmistaken.
According to the mind-only school, though, folks who see in the mind of somebody who sees things wrong, or in the mind
Good.
of somebody who sees things coming from their side,
Good.
then
Non-Arya.
the direct perceptions by the sense powers and direct perceptions by the mental awareness are stained states of mind.
Are always mistaken.
He doesn't say always, though.
Well,
He really
it's
did
what
last time.
it does mean that.
Oh, it does, because it's Stuart Thomas.
They're always, yeah, it's amazing. So according to a mind-only school guy, no one who's not an Arya has ever had a correct perception.
In fact, their eyes are the perception of their eyes, even not just their.
Yeah, yeah. There's some defect in their sense perceptions also, inherent defect.
This is a Wang, not a Wang She. Do we know? What do you think?
Yeah, it's Wang She Ngun
Okay.
Ngunbar.
Yeah.
Up here it was Ngun Sum Sema. Okay. Wang Bong Ngun Sum here, right here, in the paragraph before. Okay. So that's a short. He's abbreviated Wang Bong Ngun Sum. And Yingun, he's abbreviated Yiki Gunsu. Okay.
He abbreviated Wang.
Which was in the paragraph before.
Okay, but still, is that a perception by the sense power or the sense awareness?
Oh, it's got to be Shippa.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
When you talk about Sema.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Then, like, if it's like that.
Well, even though it is like that,
Even though.
even given that,
anything conceptual, like,
is even given that description, according to them, all Ngunsums are Topatan Chawa.
Are free of.
non-conceptual.
Yeah, are non-conceptual. Yeah, I hate the word conceptual, but here it fits.
Yeah.
Okay. So even given that, even given this point about them being mistaken,
Yeah.
we can also say they are non-conceptual.
So you can't say that they're.
No, all. Oh yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
because he didn't include Rangrik or Yoga.
Oh, just Wang and Ngun. Wang and Yi. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to be interesting fodder for some future graduate student. So we have finished Shi.
So you didn't talk about middle and grit.
No, and he didn't talk about the middle way objecting to Rangrik.
Is the first two.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so we finished. We're going to do Shi Lam Deva Sum, right? Original condition of reality, the path, and then what it's going to be after you practice the path is how he divided his presentation of the schools.
But
So he's reached
by the
the
number of pages. We're going to spend a long time on.
middle way. Yay! Okay, here we go.
你把浪呀拉你放茶堂浪你南下so the second section of the original 4 of the mind-only school, in which we present the path according to the mind-only school, will be divided into 2, which are the things eliminated and the path
Good.
through which those things are eliminated.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a Lam Kin Namshak, but that's only going to be the second half. So first we're going to discuss
What you got?
undesirable qualities which you eliminate. And then secondly, the actual presentation of the path which I promised. Okay, so the here means the actual presentation that I promised you. But first you're going to have to go through this pangcha thing that I threw in. Okay?
Damboni, Gasak Tan Zin Sabun Dang Jeba Dang, Ta Nyun Trup Nye Nyun, Ni Shu Sok Nyun Trip, Tang. So Chiro Dun Zin Yi Topa Den Zin Du De Be, De Dang De Batchak Nam Sheri Tang.
Okay, good. So pangcha he's going to divide into two, nyundrips and shidrips. So what are nyundrips?
Obstacles to removing your mental afflictions or negative thoughts.
Well, it's one of the famous cases where it's not parallel.
Yeah, obstacles. Right.
Yeah.
Obstacles. Negative obstacles meaning those things that block you from nirvana, and obstacles.
Sorry.
Omniscience.
Which are the chains?
Sorry. Obstacles consisting of negative thoughts.
Yes. And
And
those
then-
things that block you from nirvana, which is omniscience.
Yeah, so it's very famous. The two dripas are not parallel. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So obstacles that consist of negative emotions are
It's
well,
onto a self-existent me and the seeds
Good.
that come with that.
good.
The 6 root negative thoughts. Bless you.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. The 20 secondary or
Yeah.
negative thoughts.
Yeah, good.
Outer form.
Oh, so those are the nyundrips.
Oh, those are the new drips. Right.
Okay.
Right. And then
Outer objects.
conceiving of outer objects. Believing. It's kind of believing in outer objects.
Believing that physical things are
Believing that physical things are outer objects.
good. And then he says topa, that,
The concept, the idea.
That's fanciful.
yeah, that fanciful idea. Yeah, belief.
Yeah, and
That's
and
what-
the seeds.
That's
for
what they take to be denzin, which they distinguish from dangzin.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, that's Dunzin as opposed to.
That's denzin as opposed to dangzin.
Dunzin as opposed
Okay.
to Tongzin.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's the seeds for that, or the seeds that come from that? The seeds that causes, or the seeds that cause that?
And those deep seeds that cause obstacles.
Yeah, I would say
But it's to pay, right?
because they believe that's what denzin is, then that denzin and the bakchaks for that denzin are what they would describe as
For that
shiddups.
Dunzin.
Are what they would describe as shiddups, okay? What is gangsaki dangzin in the minority school?
Believing that comes from a separate seed.
I think you can say that.
Which is which? Or is it?
Well, how many we got there? We got kya kya shepe tani jupi jukshu yimbaranki tsinike drupe tonga.
Believing that a thing deserves its given name by
Yeah.
definition.
So there's 3 kinds of emptiness, right?
At least
That things should have their own name.
that things come
That
from,
things don't come from the same seed. Objects and subjects.
And then the things are.
And then that things could be outer
we
objects.
had a forest too.
One of them is Kazaki Dangzin, or 2 of them, I don't know. I don't remember. You should study it in the 6 Flavors of Emptiness teaching. Because I went through the whole thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Then when you get to the Rangyupas, the lower middle way, it's even more complex. When they give the 3 paths, the 3 tracks. Okay, it gets very complicated. What was that? Lam Toptul. It's the first thing we ever printed, like 40 years ago. It's a discussion of the different kinds of emptiness, according to the lower middle way school. Okay, so some are hold the self-existence of the person, and some hold to the self-existence of things. And then there's subtle and gross forms to each, so it gets complex. Okay. Okay, Kuntak.
Kuntak Denbar Zinbe Denzin Tripa Yin Yang Ngupo Denbar Drupe De Denbar Zinbe Denzin Ni Tripa Nino.
Yeah. To hold that the denzin, the tendency to hold things as true in the form of holding that imaginary things are true is dripa. It stops you from your spiritual progress, okay? I'll say it again.
Please.
It's bad to do this in an afternoon in a foreign language, right? But you guys are brave to sit there. Okay, even in English we don't understand it. Okay, so don't worry about it. The tendency to hold things as true, in the form of holding that imaginary things are true. Now that prevents you from reaching your spiritual goals. It's a dripa. But but since working things do exist in truth, to believe they exist in truth,
that's not a jipa.
That's not a dripa. That doesn't stop you from your spiritual goals, okay? Because they do exist in truth according to the mind only school. Okay. Yay! We finally reached the Lamkin Namshak, okay? Right here. Now he's gonna, what are the 5 paths according to the mind only school? Okay. Gate, pada, gate. Okay, here we go.
Ipani kansaki dame tope tawa de sunagi so chung sam ki sebe gone so work gombe nyenje gi rang chen gi jong chu nundu chela jingi rang gi jong chu tam.
Okay, so now his presentation of the path. Kansaki dame tobe tawa de, the viewpoint where you understand that the person doesn't have a self-nature, okay? If that is imbued by, right, even a low level of the collection of merit, okay? And if you focus on that, if that's your principal practice, then we can call you a nyenta, listener track. Rik Chen means track.
And that's mainly what you're meditating on?
And then you will achieve enlightenment. What's it mean though?
Nirvana.
Yeah, the end of that track, which is only nirvana, a lower nirvana. Okay.
Complete nirvana.
Yeah, so if you understand that the person has no self-nature, you can reach the end of the lowest of the 3 tracks. Okay, what are the 3 tracks? Lowest track, listener, medium track,
Self-made Buddha.
self-made Buddha, which are not self-made nor Buddha. And
fully enlightened.
yeah, well, Bodhisattva track. Okay, good. Because the schools 3 and 4 are Mahayana schools. Mind only is school 3. So they do have bodhisattvas, and they do have a bodhisattva track. Yeah, bodhicitta. Now there's a question. I don't think I've seen a discussion of that. Okay.
If you've got a medium amount of that goodness, then you get to be a self-made.
Yeah. Now here the jing is a reference to the chungo.
Yeah, right. So if you got even a little, then you're a listener, and if you got a little more,
Yeah,
then
you are.
get to be okay.
If you got more, usually it would be explained as practice of the first 3 perfections, or the first 4 perfections.
3.5.
Then, if you had a little more, you would get up to 2nd track,
A little,
according to the mind-only school.
like if a little more goodness imbues your perception
Mental
of the
stream.
lack of self to
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Okay?
I'll work on that.
And you would still get to the nirvana on that track, which is misnamed
Enlightenment.
enlightenment. Okay? So don't be fooled. Okay? All right.
Because we're out of time.
Aww. Well, I think everyone's asleep. So let's leave quietly and see how many people get up. Okay. I'm sleepy too, so I'm not criticizing. I'm empathizing. Stopped here.
Sashi
Pergi Joshi Nai Ton Tam Iha Ling Shi Nin Ne Kempani Sangye Shindu Ike Uani Yoko Nanda Shima Chupa Sho Hinam Guru Nanda Mandala Kamya Dayami
Gewadi
Gewokun Sanam Yeshe So Shing Sanam Yeshe Me Chume Tamba Kuni Topa Sho Shogi Shmogi. Thanks to Word for forcing us through the mind only.
Nice word.
Thanks
And now this is like, what do you call it? This is like a piece of cake now.
It's super easy, actually, but it's fluid.
I remember when it used to be really hard.